Legal stuff, enjoy the video.
And now, our feature presentation.
So for the past few weeks, I've been hyping up my 27th episode of this very show. And for those who've been asking, what's so important about the number 27 anyway? If you still don't get it, Google it, because I don't have time to explain it. Alfred Matthew Weird Al Yankovic, a name synonymous in pop culture with comedy music. Probably because when anybody says comedy music or parody music, the first thing that comes to mind is Weird Al. But now you're wondering, Xander, why the hell are you talking about Weird Al stuff on a show about Disney crap? Well, simple. Weird Al has had roles with Disney before. Plus, I've been wanting to make a Weird Al episode for a while, and I am not 100% ready yet for a Milo Murphy for Dummies episode. Expect that whenever I feel like it. It's not nailed on the board. Anyway, for our 27th episode, here are my picks for the top 5 Weird Al Disney roles. I wish there was a better name for this episode, I admit. I wish I could come up with a better name than that, but you know what? Future me will do that, right? Okay. Now, I should probably point out, even though I mentioned the name earlier, I'm not doing Milo Murphy's Law for this list because I want to make this more of a challenge for me. I should probably mention it is solely Disney roles for this video, but that's mainly because I want to stick to just that. Every time he did anything with 20th Century Fox, it was always just him. So yeah, no 20th Century Studios roles. Although I might be a little hypocritical with the music choice for this episode.
Rain freeze! Rain freeze! Ball!
Lilo and Stitch, a franchise I have a weird, complicated history with. But that's a video for another day. On the 15th episode of the first season of Lilo and Stitch's series, these Weird Al guest stars as a singing minstrel at a Renaissance fair.
Tra-la, we've got a pass of gold to lead us into times of old.
And he pretty much showed up whenever he felt like.
But good Sir Stitch, he let her go, though clearly he was dealt a blow. Beware, my ladies of the beast, who's come to spoil the royal feast. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la.
Although what Stitch did to him. That right there is a freaking mood. Come on, if there was a singing minstrel around you, don't you want to break their instrument too?
Rain freeze! Rain freeze! I-go, make way for the 7D! I-go!
Is it strange I remember this show existed? That was rhetorical, I know it's strange. The 7D was a short-lived 2-season series on Disney XD. It's basically if the Seven Dwarfs were made by Animaniacs. I'm not making that up. If you Google it, it's made by the same people. Anyway, the 18th episode of the second season, it had Al voice a mysterious villain known as the Shapeshifter. Although weirdly enough, his character was taken down by Bashful of all dwarves. I should probably also mention that Bashful in this series uses his hat like it's a security blanket.
Rain freeze! Rain freeze!
Before you say anything, no, Gravity Falls of Xander is not ill. I mean, last week I did something that didn't agree with me, but that's a different story. The only reason my favorite show of all time is midway through this list is because the subject matter for the episode is something I have a really bad history with: tabletop role-playing games. It's kind of a long, complicated story I don't want to talk about here, but the short version, I just don't like tabletop role-playing games. I'm better off with video game versions of RPGs. And yes, this is the same guy that sucks at RPG games. There's a reason why I'm not looking forward for me trying out Kingdom Hearts again if I ever decide to do that. Anyway, Al portrays the antagonist of this episode, Probabilitor the Annoying. And when I say that, I mean this Probabilitor.
Drat! How did you make it past my one guard? Very well. There's only one way your family can save you.
And not this Probabilitor.
You dare challenge probabilitism?
Still like that better than this.
Flip-a-dip-dip. I hate him so much.
I am so sorry I remind you of the Voldemort of the Gravity Falls fandom. Anyway, even though he's the bad guy for the episode, he is still freaking hilarious.
I had my mom pack me a lunch. Ew, apple slices. I'll eat you last.
We all did that in school, right? You know, this is the only time we saw this character, but still. Probabilitor may be a bad guy, but he's still a funny bad guy.
Rain freeze! Rain freeze!
I'm from another dimension! I jokingly call this episode the one time Al portrayed an opposite of himself.
Look, I'm not human, all right? I'm a joy sucker. Sadly, I can't create my own joy. So I suck a bit of the joy from others when I perform my tricks.
You know, it's ironic. Weird Al does not suck the joy out of me whenever I listen to his music. That's Logan Paul's job. Al's character, Preston Chango, was hired to be the magician at the Karate Sensei's birthday party because apparently he's a child at heart. And every little bit of magic he did, he's easily impressed. The Karate Sensei is impressed by it. How is he impressed by that when Star makes real magic happen? Maybe he's just an idiot. And by maybe I mean he is an idiot. But still, it's a pretty good role for Al. But it's not my #1 pick. Which reminds me, my #1 pick is...
Rain freeze! Rain freeze!
Oh my god, yes, 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 yes. Yes! Yeah, it's kind of obvious most of these roles is when Al plays a bad guy, but come on. He plays a funny bad guy, which is ironic because Weird Al's not a bad guy in real life. You know, it's kind of weird that Wander does not take too kindly to Dr. Screwball, but I think it's mainly due to the fact that the entire point of the episode is Wander is acting like Batman and Screwball is basically the Joker.
Dr. Screwball, if you please, I've got an online PhD!
My bad. I think it's safe to assume 79 years after Dr. Screwball his first appearance, they're going to be making an R-rated movie about him where he's the focal point of the feature, and the film's core message will somehow age like milk 6 months after its release. Okay, I'm actually going at that time. Now, unlike the rest of these roles, he shows up twice on the show. Twice! And we really cannot forget about his original song for this episode.
Just one question first. Rhubarb or meringue?
What the hell is a rhubarb anyway? Oh, it's red celery. That's what I call it. It just looks like red celery to me. And those are my favorite Disney characters voiced by Weird Al. As you can tell, it's hard when you omit Milo. Why the hell did I think it was a good idea to omit Milo? Well, proving that anything that could go wrong did go wrong here. No wonder this episode had to be delayed so many damn times. Anyway, tell me what your favorite Disney character voiced by Weird Al is in the comments below, or on my Twitter and Instagram @XanderTheBoss. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know if I upload a new video, and until next time, I'll see you real soon.
Again, sorry for delaying this video so many darn times. I originally wanted to get out early this month, but then weird circumstance after weird circumstance happened where I couldn't really complete the script till, like, literally the last couple of weeks. Yeah, so, my bad. This came out in late April instead. Also, if you haven't been following me on social media, you know, my Twitter and Instagram, I made the announcement that I've delayed the theme month I was originally planning for May till a later date and time. I'll make the announcement later on. The plus side is now I got a little more time to plan ahead and get more people involved. And also now I can actually push up the upcoming Falcon Winter Soldier review till next month. The only major downside to pushing the theme month back is that I lose the pun of mayhem. It's much easier written than spelled and said. You know what I'm saying. It's really late. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.